Alright, here we go again. Late arrival, thunderstorm, and don't even know if we're on the right track. Somewhere in the Drakensberg, we're in all the bushveld. I know this place is a little bit off the grid, but chiefs, places we went through, I mean, I don't get nervous often, but it's a little bit nervous. We're literally in the middle of nowhere, so I'm keen to see it. There's a thunderstorm straight above us. I hope it disappears, because I'm not less for a cold wet night. I actually wanted to make a nice fire, braai some nice meat, but you know, as I always say, it is what it is. So we're on our way to Zingila. It's a private nature reserve. They've got off-grid camping, wild camping. So I'm just waiting for Brenny's behind me. He's busy deflating. I've just done deflating. We've got a bit of 4x4 track in front of us now to get to where we need to go. And then we'll check in and head to our campsite. There he looks like he's done. So, you know what? I hope you like this video and let's go.
Like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. Times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore, although a stranger in this continent. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. Infatuated light, although it hurts me to be with you.
Morning everybody. So we are at Zingila private nature reserve. Absolutely beautiful place. Like always, we got in quite late last night. It was a stunning little road drive down to the lodge. You definitely need a high clearance 4x4 with low range, and you know, when it gets a bit wet here going back up, I think you might need a bit of a diff lock now and then. Not sure. We're going to go out tomorrow morning and you know, we'll see what happens. We came in the back way through Weenen. It's a little town. You know, there's the other way down, which the road from, I can't remember the town's name, I'll put it in the bottom of this video, where you can also come down, which is, it's easier when you're coming from the Durban area, Durban Belito region. If you come from Pretoria, then the way we came, Weenen or whatever it's called, I'll also put it below. You can come through there. I won't recommend it. I'll rather come through the other place. I won't come through Weenen if I was you. There's a bit of a, you know, I think it can get a bit dodgy though sometimes. I'm not somebody that gets nervous. Last night, it's difficult to find your way to Zingila. It's pretty much one road, but you know, halfway down, hour and a half into it on a gravel road, and then hitting a two-spoor track, you get a bit nervous. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning place. I mean, the scenery is fantastic. We had a lot of rain last night, That's why everything on the car is set up. We've got, this is actually the first time I'm going to show the full setup of the car. With the Bundutek setup, we have a full Bundutek suite, I'm going to call it, where we have the 360 awning, the Bundu top, which is definitely my favorite tent, and then we've got the ad room. You can see it's beautiful setup. My sister actually slept in it last night and she was comfortable and warm. It's just a fantastic setup. You know, for me, there's not a lot of stuff that can compare to that Bundutek setup. The reason I love their products is you can see that it's been designed by people who actually live this lifestyle. I mean, to do that whole setup right there and there, everything like it is now, will not take me more than 7 minutes to do. 10 at most, but probably not 10 minutes. It is very quick and it's simple and easy to pack away. I can do it by myself. Amy doesn't even need to help me set it up. It is really a fantastic piece of gear. So, you know, there's a lot of 4x4 tracks, there's hikes, there's mountain bike trails, fly fishing is massive here. The yellowfish, I don't know what they call it, I'm not a big freshwater fisherman, I prefer the sea and the rock, but I am going to try my luck today. But there's so much activities, whitewater rafting, it's, you know, it's a very nice place to come. This definitely ranks into my top 5 campsites I've ever been. It's wild camping, but you do have some toilets and some showers, but you've got to heat the showers up. There's a donkey, which it takes about 30 minutes. You've got to light the fire, stoke it, and you'll have hot water. It comes from the river, the Zingela river. That's what's running down here. But you know what, let me show you the setup a little bit. Let me take you around the car. And this is Brendan. He set his tent up like this we had a bit of wind last night, and it was just a nice way of blocking everything out. He got his tent facing us. This is my setup. Jody was sleeping in the ad room. We've got the Bundu suite here with the ad room, so that you get that little roof width. It's very stable. Didn't hear any wind noise last night. Then this bad boy here, this is the Bundu Awn, the 360. Brilliant, fantastic. So let me take you around this way. I'm going to show you inside the car as well a bit today. It's not 100% complete, but you know, we're to a point where most of electronics and stuff is in the car. We're just waiting on 2 more things to come. I'm still running the AGM battery, so the lithium is not in yet, but it's not going to change the setup. The lithium's going to go where the AGM is at the moment. So come have a look quick. When we camp, I like my stuff organized. I do not like a mess. If I stick my hand in somewhere, I want to find what I'm looking for. I don't want to go search around in the car, and we're still finding our way through. You know, we've been doing this for quite a while, and every time I find something I want to change slightly, but the way the car's set up now is the best it's ever been. I love the way, the flow of it. So what we do when we get to camp, this is normally where I put all the camera gear and my clothes. So when we get to camp and we start taking stuff out, it goes onto the passenger seat here where Amy is, just to know that the camera gear is there. I normally just throw my clothes bag down there. I've got a very small little thing. I don't change a lot. If I've got enough underwear in here, I'm happy. Amy's clothes would be put on the fridge, because that's our dressing area where we go up to the tent on that side where my sister is sleeping. So she puts her little stuffies on the fridge and she can get dressed in there. It's private and it's nice for, it's warm. She doesn't need to get dressed in the wind and the cold. This side is my charging station. So you can see I'm charging drone batteries. This one is actually done. You can switch it out. My inverter is down there with a plug, all my 220 volt plugs down there. Down here I just keep like oil and spares, tools. My gas can goes in here. It fits in perfectly in that department there. So this is stuff I don't really use a lot, and this is normally like my workspace underneath the awning. It's a nice little platform. I can show you I've got my fire extinguisher mounted, and this is quite a little nifty little thing. Let me just move this out of the way. It's not going to fall. So I'm a big believer in that you've got to come prepared. So this is easy to grab. I just pull and it comes out immediately and it's stable. So it's quite a nice little thing. Fridge. It's not on a slide. I like it there. So what I try to do is I try to keep all the heavy stuff, I try and get in the middle between the axle. I don't want heavy stuff over the back axle. I try and keep the weight forward in the car as much as I can, because we do tough tracks, and I don't like the back getting heavy and the front getting light, especially when I do steep climbs. Just gets me in a lot of pickles and picker moments. So very simple setup. I've got a 500 watt inverter. That's all I need. I can run a warm blanket if I need to when it gets cold for Amy, but I'm not into the big stuff. I still want to camp. I like cooking on gas. I might dip my toe in the induction cooking, but for now I'm happy with what I'm doing. So very simple. This is the battery. I've got a little switch here on the battery as well, which is my downlights at night. When we do night driving, I do tend to get to camp quite late, so if I flip that switch, I get some nice light underneath the car, which works really well. Take you around the back, fishing rod. So I love this setup. I've got a massive platform in the back here. Water canisters just tied down here. I didn't bring both this weekend because this is just a quick getaway. So normally I've got a 20 litre this side, 20 litre this side. I use these aluminum boxes for dry foods. It's easy. I've got a big one as well which goes in here. My shower tent goes there, and that's pretty much what I pack. We run quite light. 56 litre Snowmaster, and that's just our vanity case now. We've been using it this morning. And then everything pretty much goes into this one drawer. Everything I need to go on an expedition if I want to. So I like it organized as well. So all my things come in these little baggies. I just put all the clothes, the stuff we're not using at the moment, in there. This is normally the place for the stoves. This is just stuff I don't use, like my lighting. I've got a little bag like this where all my lights go in. That normally sits in the back. First aid kit, tablets. This is our utensils. This normally goes into this bag. Coffee and wash up. And here's a little stool for Amy, which we use just when it gets a bit high. The car is not the lowest. So very simple, very effective. I'm a guy that believes in keep it simple, and you're not going to have a lot of trouble going back. So that's the back of the car. Look, I will do a full walk around of the car and take you through everything, but this is just a little to show you. So again, here this is solar, so this is connected to a MPPT charger. So I just plug my solar blanket in there and it's connected. This is Sure Power. If I get to a campsite where I've got Sure Power, I just plug a normal caravan plug in here, a blue plug. It's switched to a 25 amp charger, C-Tech charger, and it charges all my batteries, so I never run out of power. Even on a day like today, I haven't even put the solar panel on. I'm still fully charged, so I don't draw a lot. This side, this is the ad room. Like I say, my sister's been sleeping here. It's a very nice setup. I didn't put this little thing in the best spot, so you want to come in here, Brennies? It's going to be not too dark. So this is the ad room. It's very spacious. The ladder goes here, the window's open, so I can still access the fridge if I want to. We normally take the ladder out, but it's not in the way at the moment. I can still open this window. I don't need to open this door because there's nothing that needs to come out here. So we leave this window open, and Jodie's stuff is just there. I can get whatever I want out of the fridge. The fridge can open fully. I can get milk, I can get beers, whatever I want to do. I just access through this little window. If I want something in the freezer compartment that side, I can access it from the other side. So I feel like it's a very efficient setup for me. It's very simple, but it really works well. If the ladder's not on the way, it's even easier. I can access that side as well if I want to. The tent, I'll take you through the full setup with the tent when I do a full walk around, but that's the Bundu top. It's all electric. It's very nice. This even has a little window here. I can just pull this away and you can see there's a little window on that side. We're keeping it closed now. And all of this goes up, little light, everything of this just goes up like press of a button and it all goes up. This I don't need to erect. I just put these little struts in. While the Bundu goes up, this little roof goes up with it, and that is just pure setup. So that's a little walk around of the Jeep in Africa mobile. It's been long overdue, but I'll do a full walk around. I'll explain the suspension, the tires, all the 12 volt. I'll show you the 12 volt system as well in the coming video. So let's get back to Zingila. So, braaiing the famous was our loin choppy, pork, and then we're doing some skewers for Amy and Jody. Pork skewers, pork belly skewers. It is in cold, so made a massive little bonfire tonight. So last night, heading home tomorrow. I'm having a proper little ribeye, also from the Waza butchery. It's the only place to buy meat. So yeah, it's gonna be like a night. Everybody's having a good time. Just sad to go home tomorrow.
Aromat and salt.
Famous combination.
Ja, clearly.
Maar zo is het oog.
De aromat korreltje het me geskiet.
Zoek je water.
Ek het water.
Oog.
Ja, is in my fucking mond, dis in my oog.
Oh, jou oog uit de waterpoel.
Nee man. Dit brand soos kaks. Hey! Eeuw!
Oh heavens, my man. What was that for?
Dis wat warm die dingie.
You hardly moved.
Weet jy of hy in my oog is of hy in my ooglid geskiet het, maar hy het my geskiet hoor.
Het vat een beetje van die water, jy sal sien het gaan beter wees.
In jou mond.
Sit een beetje van die water op.
Nee man, hy is verraai. My oog traan mos. Okay, I think we're going to end the video here today. This is our trip to Zingila farm. At the moment we've just made it back to Weenen, so that's the other place I was speaking about in the video. I would definitely come this way if you're planning a trip to Zingila. It's a wonderful place. We had an awesome time. So we spent 2 days there, and this little town we're in now looks fantastic. Looks like a beautiful farming community. Everything is so lush and green. And the thing is, I think we're in the Drakensberg now. Well, we must be in the Drakensberg, the northern region, or close to it. But it was a fantastic trip. I think Zingila is definitely a place you need to come and visit. So, you know, and I hope you enjoyed this video and follow along.